Monsieur Bako Ambianda, d'origine camerounaise, il est le PDG du groupe ATIX. Alors, est-ce que vous pouvez vous présenter à tous ces Africains qui vous découvrent?
My name is Bako Ambianda, as you said. I'm the chairman of ATIGS Group. ATIGS Group is a member company of Bako Group of Companies. Bako Group of Companies means the Bako Corporation. The Bako Corporation is a holding group based out of Mauritius. We have 7 subsidiary companies operating in 5 countries. We are specialized in manufacturing, in renewable energy, in exhibition, in agriculture and in construction. My background is in civil engineering. I finished my degree in the University of Texas at Austin. But I've always had the drive and passion to contribute to the economic development in Africa. So Bako Group that I started in 2012, our slogan is committed to development. We started as an events company. We started bringing young Africans together to share their ideas. And what started as a small events company has grown today into a dynamic holding group with 7 subsidiaries. ATIGS Group is our economic arm. The economic arm focuses on how we can drive foreign direct investment in Africa. So everything that I do ties to my economic philosophy, which is the Afri-developism. I'm also a published author about 8 books. 2 of my books are New York Times selling. So I do a lot of showcasing the best of Africa. I write about the success story of Africa. I write about what young Africans are doing. I'm a young African born and raised in Cameroon. I just went to the United States just for school, and it has changed to a whole journey of contributing back to the continent. And I think there are so many people like us that are trying to enhance economic development in Africa. All we need to do is to be able to identify those like-minded people, and Africa is going to get to where we are trying to go.
D'où est venue vraiment l'idée? Comment ça a commencé vraiment à générer dans votre esprit, penser et créer cette plateforme-là qui a fait le tour du monde pour pouvoir faire beaucoup plus la promotion de l'Afrique?
As a young African, ATIGS was born out of a vision. The vision to contribute to Africa. And the specific idea came from the fact that we need Africans to be at the front line of its success story. So in 2014, I started an economic concept called Afri-developism. Afri-developism is a concept that says us Africans, we need to play a major role in helping our various countries to achieve what we want. And by focusing on that vision, that economic concept, Afri-developism, I was able to give birth to ATIGS, because everything around the world centers to how do we bring people together, like-minded people, to come and deliberate, to come and exchange ideas, to come and discuss their various business opportunities. So from Afri-developism, which was an economic concept that I started in 2013, the Afri-developism concept took me to a part where I needed to move from a concept which is not an action into action, and that action was ATIGS. Now for us to move into just talking, into bringing the like-minded people and the businesses together so we can do business and deals.
Alors, ATIX sera à la prochaine étape en 2020 à une édition. Ce sera quelle édition exactement et quel a été son impact sur le développement de l'Afrique?
One great achievement is we have been able to help so many African businesses to expand into new markets. This was one of the first events that was held in the US, organized by a private sector, that was able to bring in delegations from over 70 countries. What we do is we create that access to new markets. We help businesses to gain strategic partnerships, and some of the major success stories that we still continue to see is being able to see how businesses are expanding into new markets from partnership that they gain at our event, being able to see how some projects gain finance at ATIGS, being able to see how we continue to mobilize those that can transform and rebrand Africa. In fact, we are here today in Cote d'Ivoire because of ATIGS 2018. We were able to connect with locals that share the idea, the mission, and the concept, and see how we can continue to impact various businesses in each country. So the success story is tremendous. It's tremendous, and it just gives us that passion and that motivation to keep doing what we are doing, because every now and then we keep receiving updates on some of the benefits from people who attended 2018.
Qu'est-ce qu'on a retient en termes de statistiques pour Actis à Washington en 2018?
We had about 2,400 delegates at 2018. These were delegates that came from about 70 countries, including Asia, Middle East, Europe, and Africa. We had about 87 exhibitors and about 7 major pavilions. So just being able to have an African event in the United States that will be able to mobilize people around the world to travel to US to talk about Africa is already a major success story. So we were able to have about 189 quality investors to come together that are ready, they're looking for bankable projects in Africa to put in the money. But a lot of these investors needed the right platform that they can come and meet with the project owners face to face. We also had a lot of government officials that had government projects, and they were looking to expose the projects either to strategic partners or to investors. So a lot of success story came from having deals getting financed at the event, having businesses gaining partnerships. We had about 114 bankable projects that were submitted at our via the online app. We had 17 official delegation groups. These are official groups coming from countries mandated by the government to lead a delegation to ATIGS in US. So that alone is a major success story, talking for an event that is organized by private sector, and we succeeded in hosting it at the World Trade Center, the Ronald Reagan building in Washington DC, which is the biggest trade center in the whole of United States. So we don't look ATIGS as an event. It's more of a platform. And our success story is a continuous basis.
Alors, 2020, Dubaï, quelle serait la particularité? Quelle serait l'innovation? Et pourquoi vous souhaiterez tant qu'il y ait beaucoup d'intérêt pour l'Afrique à ce grand événement qui aura lieu à Dubaï?
Most events that talk about Africa, they hold the event every year in the same country. So if you go to those events for about 3 years, you will see same faces, same businesses, and it becomes more of like a talk shop. It becomes more of a gathering for people to go and network, share business cards, drink a glass of wine. So it becomes more of a talk shop. But ATIGS, we are moving it to new different continents every 2 years, giving delegates a time frame to digest and conduct deals after attending ATIGS 2018. Then in 2020, it's going to be in Dubai, which is the Middle East. Now we are going to have more participation from the Middle East, as well as allowing more African businesses and governments to access more businesses and investors from the Middle East. That alone is a major change. Also, we have doubled the number of investors that we are looking to have at ATIGS Dubai 2020. We have introduced new initiatives that will allow businesses to gain investment, to gain strategic partners, and for businesses to gain more visibility. So what we did from 2018 is conduct a survey that most of the delegates that attended 2018 should let us know what worked well, what was their major success story, what could we have improved, and would they be interested in attending Dubai 2020. So we used the survey conducted from all the participants of ATIGS 2018, and we are implementing new models, new initiatives, new strategy to ensure that ATIGS Dubai 2020 will be a massive success story, and everybody that will attend will be able to see a great return on investment. For example, today we are in Ivory Coast. We are talking about ATIGS Roadshow in Ivory Coast. In 2018, we did not implement roadshow initiatives. I was in Ghana recently, where we had similar ATIGS roadshow. We have a team of managements that will be traveling across the world for the next 3 or 4 months, engaging with various businesses locally, talking with the government, so we can have more Africans delegates to be at ATIGS Dubai 2020. We had a major issue in 2018 because at some point there were more investors than bankable projects. But we need to change that gap, because that's what people are facing in Africa. People have projects, but there's no finance. But the most thing is, how do you get yourself in the room where the people with the money are going to be? So we are putting in the strategy to ensure that we have more people from Africa, more project owners to be at ATIGS Dubai 2020, and we are hosting it during the World Expo 2020. The World Expo 2020 is going to be the second largest event in the world after Olympics. It's going to bring about 25 million people over a course of 6 months. We are going to have ATIGS in the center of the world, which is going to have over 200 countries in participation. So that already gives African governments and businesses an opportunity to gain more visibility, an opportunity to connect with various businesses in other African countries. We need to push for more intra-African trade. We need to push for more investors around the world to see bankable projects in Africa. So ATIGS Dubai 2020 is going to be more transactional, a platform to access more people and more quality people, and a platform where every business that will be part of ATIGS Dubai 2020 is going to see a great return on investment.
Alors, que direz-vous à toutes ces entreprises, à tous ces internautes, à toute l'Afrique qui vous regarde?
I think government and businesses need to pay attention to initiatives like ATIGS. When you do your calculation, when you do your assignment, ATIGS is one of the only private-owned event platform that has been able to mobilize businesses from around the world. For example, in ATIGS, we don't focus on country specific. We don't focus on project specific. We focus on Africa, not sub-Saharan Africa, on Africa. So governments need to understand that ATIGS is a unique platform that is promoting investment and trade opportunities in Africa. We have a success story. We have achievements. We have something to show. We are willing and open to work with governments and businesses on how ATIGS can help drive more foreign direct investment in their country, how we can help businesses to expand into new markets, and how we can have more of a PPP, public-private partnerships with the government. And for the business, I think if you are looking for investment capital, if you are looking to grow your business, if you are looking to gain strategic partnerships, if you are looking for more visibility, ATIGS is the right platform to look into. And that's the message that I have for both the governments and the private sectors.
Alors on retient que ATIS 2020 aura lieu à Dubaï, les 28 et 29 octobre. On retient aussi qu'en premier de cet événement, on recevait ici à Abidjan, en tout cas, il était de passage ici à Abidjan, l'initiateur principal, le PDG de l'ATIS Group, et bien en la personne de M. Bako Ambianda, qui est lui-même aussi originaire du Cameroun, diplômé de grande école d'université américaine, mais qui avait une fibre en lui. Cette fibre, c'était de pouvoir contribuer à l'essor véritable de son continent, l'Afrique, d'où est venue l'idée de ce grand événement qui aura lieu à Dubaï en 2020. Merci d'avoir accepté notre invitation. En tout cas, grand succès à ATIS, comme c'était le cas en 2018 à Washington. Et merci pour tout ce que vous faites aussi pour l'Afrique. Et l'Afrique ne peut qu'être fière de vous. Merci encore.
Merci.
The countdown has begun. Don't miss this.